Hello, we are live. Welcome, welcome. I'm Patty Keating, and I am here to help you express your message in a big, bold way, connect with your ideal clients, and create the big vision that's in your heart to be created so you can turn your purpose and passion into revenue streams while changing lives. I am excited about today's training. It's the CEO method of enrollment. And what I'm going to teach you today is something that I use to grow my business from the very, very beginning. And this was also one of my very first talks that I delivered way back in 2004 when I first started speaking. And let me just share this out and we'll get started. Say hi as you're popping on. I could type. That would help. If you're popping on, say hello. I am just sharing this. And then we're going to get started with one of my very favorite trainings. Because it's just such an easy way to offer up your services without feeling, without feeling salesy, for lack of a better term. All right. Okay, there we go. Oh. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I have to get a little bit set up. Okay, so welcome, welcome. We are here today to talk about attracting ideal clients. I do have a workbook for you today. So if you go to the comments below and type in the word, let me make sure I've got this right. What's the word? I think it's, oh my gosh. Hold on a minute. Yeah, CEO for the CEO method, and you will get the workbook. So let's go ahead and roll with the training. All right, so how are you feeling about sales? And what if you could feel really good about making your offer and enrolling new clients? There is this, have you ever noticed people who just naturally sell things, like they talk about their services and people just want to sign up? There's this thing that happens when we make our offers that is energetic and it's internal. And so what we want to talk about today is what is that sort of thing that people who are natural at sales have or tap into that people who struggle or feel a little shy or feel awkward, or your whole energy shifts when you start to make an offer? What's the difference? And I'm going to identify that to you for you today. I've got my notes right here and my little workbook. So the first thing we want to do when we are making offers, well, before we even start making our offers, we really want to know, first of all, who is our ideal client? You've probably heard that said over and over again. And my clients will come to me and they still really aren't clear about that. So I want to start with that. Who is your ideal client? The way that I identify my ideal clients, and I teach my clients to do it, is to look at what are the qualities, the attributes, and the characteristics of your ideal client. So what do I mean by that? Like, what is it that you love? Who are the people that you would love to have in your business as clients. And when I say what are their qualities, attributes, and characteristics, which I'll put that up there for you. It's also in the workbook. If you type in CEO, you'll get the workbook. But here's a list that I made, and I made this back in 2005, right after I had started my business. I'd been in business for about a year. And I'm just going to share this with you because I want to spark your creativity. Like a lot of times people will say, well, they're women, they're 30 to 45, they are married or not, right? And we look at the demographics. And what I want to get into a little bit is the psychographics today and who's a good fit for you. So here's what I wrote out. I probably won't go through all of them because I've got a really long list. But that's what I want you to do, because when you're really clear and you start speaking to that person, they can actually hear you and feel you and come to you. So for me, it was that they are committed to personal and professional growth. They are lifelong learners. They love to contribute to the world. They have something that they want to help people with. They're energetic, they're joyful, they're intelligent, they're professional, altruistic. They have an open heart, and they have a positive, loving outlook. One of my main criteria is that my clients are solution-focused and action-oriented. And that's because I can give people tools, and then they need to grow into the person that can implement the action steps to reach their goals and to be that person. But if they are not willing to be solution focused, if they're looking for what's wrong more than what's right, I am not going to be able to really help them. So that's a really important one for me. They're resourceful. When things need to be done, they get busy figuring out how they can do it. They want to contribute to the world. They're fun. I love to have fun. So I want to be around people who like to have fun. They come to me easily and effortlessly. They're attractive to me. So it's not just that I'm attractive to them. They're attractive to me. There's someone that I really want to work with, that I really do want to help. They have a sense of humor, and they value their physical health. They have, they're emotionally healthy. They're bold. They're willing to allow success in. They are honest and they respect me. They value my services. So they're not skeptical and all the time going, should I really be doing this? I don't know, right? They jump in with both feet and they go for it, which leads to action-oriented, decisive, collaborative. And my list goes on and on. I won't keep going, but these are the kind of qualities, attributes, and characteristics I want you to think of for yourself when you're identifying your ideal client. Hopefully that helps you go a little bit deeper than, the age and where do they live and are they married or not and all of those things. Okay, so once you have identified their qualities, attributes, and characteristics, then we move on to what does your ideal client, oops, I put the wrong one up there. Hold on. There we go. What does your ideal client expect of you? So a lot of times when we're creating our offers, we're looking at, okay, I'm going to give my clients this and this and this and this, which is important work. And one of the steps that we miss is, what do they expect of you as a person? So that doesn't mean that you need to change to satisfy your client. What it does mean is that you want to be crystal clear coming in as to who you really are and set the expectations up so that they value who you are. So how do we do that? Well, here's some examples. My ideal clients, and again, you guys, if you're just popping on or you're on the replay, you can get this workbook if you type CEO in the comments, CEO. So here's some examples of what my ideal clients expect of me. They want me to have some method and expertise. They want me to provide exceptional value. They want me to be a constant learner so that I'm learning and growing and turning around and teaching. They want me to stay current on cutting edge information. Now, I love cutting edge information. If you don't love it, don't put it down. That's just something that I naturally do, and then I can turn around and give that to my clients. They want me to respond to them quickly. They want me to be inspirational. They want me to be healthy and constantly learning, attending seminars, workshops, trainings, retreats. They want me to challenge them to grow and stretch. They want me to have a sense of humor. That ties in with the fun value I was talking about. They want me to nurture myself, go to the spa, go to retreats. They want me to be enthusiastic. They want me to be prepared. Now here's an important one, guys. I set out my calendar as to when do I want to work in my business and be available for meetings with my clients. And I put this on the list. So they want me to be available the first 3 Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays of the month between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. So do you see how that's when I'm available for coaching and training? And so I put that in there so that I'm not attracting people who want to know if they can schedule a session on a Saturday night. If that's what they need because of their schedule, I understand. And I'm not the coach for them, but I could help find a referral or, send them to somebody who that would be a better fit for. It's good to get this all clear and upfront in your own mind first, because what you don't want to be doing is seeing somebody say, yeah, I want to work with you, and then compromising your standards because you want to make a sale. Rather, let's get this all in place first and then create the offer and put it out in the world so that you attract the people who actually are a good fit for you. They want me to live a rich and fulfilling life. They want me to help them achieve a deeper understanding of who they are. They want me to have lots of resources, and the list goes on. One that I do want to mention, I won't go through all of them, is, and this is pretty much not on my current list. This is a list I made years ago when I was just filling my coaching practice for the first time. But I wrote down, they want me to have quality time with my children. Not that I don't want to have that now, but my last child just went off to college. So before, I was really strict about my schedule around making sure that the time that I wanted to be with my children, I was with my children, not working. All right, so that is, what does your ideal clients expect of you? And I remember one of my clients early on when I taught this to her, it was at a workshop, and her jaw kind of dropped, and she was like, oh my gosh, I have been holding back and not wanting people to know that I was traveling because I felt guilty. And now I'm adding it to the list, and I'm going to start sharing that, yeah, we're going to be going to Hawaii. We're going to be going, we're going to be traveling to these different places. And then she started sharing it, and she just felt so much freer. And her clients actually celebrated with her. They want her to go have time off, but it was kind of a burden to her because she was feeling like she had to be available all the time. So making your list up front really creates a congruency between you and your client. All right, so after we do that, then we be the person now that your client wants to hire and be the person they expect of you. So a lot of times people will say, well, yeah, I have to work every single day when I'm first starting out. I can't do that thing that you do, Patty, the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because I don't have enough clients yet. No, be that person now. All of it, be everything on your list now, even if it stretches you. A lot of times we will think that, well, we're going to compromise because, and it's just an old belief, you have to work hard for money. It's an employee mindset pattern that we can shift. But the step is to get clear about your list and then go be that person right now. When you talk about your business, talk about, I keep abreast of the latest cutting edge technology. I only work these days. I have, my calendar is open on these days. It creates confidence in yourself and clarity for your clients. So you can go ahead and make that list as well when you get the workbook, if you haven't already gotten it. And if you're just popping on, say hi. And also you can get the workbook by typing in CEO in the comments. It will be delivered via Messenger. All right, so then the next step is actually the CEO method. Once you've defined who your ideal clients are, what they expect of you, and you've like in your mind and in your actions began being that person, now we can use the CEO method. So what is the CEO method? Well, the CEO method, the first letter starts, the first word starts with the letter C, which is connect. So the first thing we want to do is just simply go out and connect with our prospects. So how do we connect? Well, the first thing to think about is, who do people like to talk about? If you're meeting people in networking, or you're going to events, you're just out in the world, you're letting the world know, you're a member of associations, you're just letting the world know about your business. The first thing is to connect, and a lot of times we want to just start telling people about our business, right? Like, oh, I started a new business, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, here's my business card, and then that's it. That doesn't work very well. Let's try this instead. The most powerful question you can ask somebody starts with the word what. What questions evoke the right side of your brain, and people have to, our mind thinks in pictures, so people have to think and picture the answer. So when you meet someone, who do we most love to talk about? Ourselves. Ask them about themselves, and ask them a question. Excuse me while I plug in my computer. Ask them a question that starts with the word what. So, what is your business? If you're a health coach, what kind of activities do you like to do? If you're a relationship coach, are you married? R isn't as powerful as what? Like, what's your family like? Or, what questions that allow people to then open up and begin to speak with you. And when you're listening, so after you ask your what question and you're connecting, then when you're listening, there's two qualities to take on, and they are spaciousness and curiosity. So when someone is talking with you about their life, just be super curious. Don't try to jump in and tell them something. Oh, I could help you with that, right? Just, oh, that's really interesting, and keep probing and letting them talk, being curious and spacious. And spaciousness means no judgment. So we get to just listen to the person and connect. And then after you've connected with people, we get to engage in the conversation deeper. And if you start to see that there's an area that you could help them with, maybe they're saying, yeah, I love to go biking. If you ask the question, what's your favorite activity? I love to go biking, but I can't bike right now because I just tore my meniscus or whatever, right? Like, I'm using my own personal example from a few years ago. Then you can engage in that. And if you see an opportunity where you can help them, then you can move on after you've engaged and make an offer. Now, most people use the CE method. They connect, they engage, they pass business cards out, and they say, let's get together, or we should connect later. I'd love to get to know you better. Well, what you've done is you've put yourself back at the position of having to reconnect. So you're starting over from scratch, right? So how many times have you gone to a networking event or out to some sort of event, and maybe you've got a few business cards of people that you feel like you could really help, and then you get back and you're like, okay, I told them that I would reconnect with them, so I'm going to send them an email. And then you're like, but I don't want to send them an email today because I don't want to seem pushy. I think I'll email them. I'll wait. I'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes and you're like, yeah, I'm going to get to that. And then you sit down and you're like, I can't really remember what we connected on. And you kind of push the card aside. How many of you have done that? I know I used to do that. And then pretty soon you have a little stack of business cards sitting on your desk, and you really haven't engaged again with that person. You haven't reconnected, and you definitely haven't made an offer, and you could help them. But the business cards stack up, and then you get a rubber band and you put your little rubber band around it because those are your hot leads, right? And they end up on the bookshelf. And the same thing with digital. We exchange things digitally, and then we're like, who is this person that's in my contacts, right? Because you never reconnected. And the reason that that's hard is because you have to reestablish the connection from the beginning. So instead of doing that, offer. Always, always, always have something to invite people to. This is the O in the CEO method. You can use this, by the way. This method works for networking, for being out meeting people. It also works in your talk, which I'm going to be doing 8 components of a presentation that sells talk here during the during this month of the Purpose to Profit set live streams. You can use this in there as well. So really understand that this is an experience that we have when we are engaging in conversations with people, whether it be from the stage, one-on-one, wherever. So offer, when I say always have something to invite people to, I don't mean that you start selling people the first time you meet them. What I do mean is have something to invite them to. So for instance, right now, I'm doing this 30-day or however many weekdays there are in September live stream event. So I could, if I saw that somebody needed help growing their business, maybe they're coaching, mentoring, they want to improve their speaking, I could offer them, hey, I'm doing this free live stream and I'd love to have you join me if you'd like to, and here's how you opt in, right? So I've established something. Or if you've gone a little bit farther in the conversation and they're like, yeah, I'm interested in your services, schedule a time to connect right then and there. Don't trade business cards and say, I'll get back to you. That is a waste of time and a lost opportunity in many cases. So go ahead and say, well, let's hop on the phone together and we'll see if it will be a good fit. So always, always, always have an offer for people. That is the CEO method. The next question for you is, what will you offer, right? What is it that you could have, that you could invite people to? I have a local meetup. I can invite people to that. Like, have something that you do that you can always invite people to. You can invite people to a strategy call. Like I said, if you feel like they're a qualified lead, you can go ahead and invite them into a strategy call and explore if they're a good fit for your services that way. So that is the CEO method of enrollment. Let me know in the comments when you're done with your workbook, what you found out, how it's working for you. If you need help growing your business and you are a visionary leader, I'm launching my Visionary Leader Mastermind group right now. It's for women who want to make a big difference in the world. We are meeting for 3 months. It's a 90-day program. We're meeting for 3 months to improve speaking, getting you booked for interviews, getting you on podcasts, or showing you how to launch a podcast, getting your message out in a big way, showing you how to convert more sales using things like the CEO method and the Take a Stand method that I've created. And we'll also be doing some philanthropic work. So everybody will have some sort of cause that they stand for, that they want to help, because I believe that it is time for women, especially in America and some of the wealthier countries, to stand up, to redistribute the wealth, to get it in the hands of women who want to make a change in the world and do really good things with it. And so we'll be contributing back to the world in various ways and growing our businesses rapidly based on our big vision and our mission and our heart. So if that's something that you would like to know more about, the mastermind group is open for enrollment. I can drop a link and let you check out the webpage. The best thing to do is just contact me and we can talk about it and see if it's a good fit for you. All right, guys, I'll be back tomorrow with another training. Let me see. I'm going to take a peek and see what is coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow is all about creating your signature system. So join me here live at noon Pacific, 3 Eastern. And remember, be real, take a stand, change lives. Bye for now, guys.